Hello, everyone. My name is Jose, and I'm the owner at Camp Bow Wow Katy, Camp Bow Wow Kima, and Camp Bow Wow Cypress. And I am here together with...
Me, Jasmine, the director at Camp Bow Wow Katy, Kima, and Cypress. And today I am hanging out at the Cypress location.
Yeah, and we are really excited about the fact that we have a guest with us today, a guest that we kind of consider a local town hero, so to speak. She's quite the competitor in judo, and we are very, very happy to be just one of her sponsors in some of her endeavors with judo. So we want to take the time today to introduce you to Isabella Garriga. Now, Isabella, I understand you are at Texas A&M. You're an Aggie, is that correct?
Yes, I am.
All right. So she's nice. Now we're going to get into all the judo stuff in just a little bit, but I know we want to ask you all kinds of questions. So Jasmine, you got anything you want to talk about first of all?
Well, yeah, let's talk about these cute puppies that she's holding. Who do you have there, Isabella?
This is Pookie, and then this is Molly, and I actually have another one, Coda, but he's older. So this is the daughter of both of Molly and Coda. So yeah, got a little puppy family.
Oh, so cute.
So obviously you're a dog lover. What is it you like most about owning dogs or having a dog?
Well, I just like the fact that they're so loyal, and I get to cuddle with them whenever I'm stressed, and yeah, they're just like my babies. I love them so much. It's just fun having a furry friend around. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and we know exactly what you mean. I mean, because they bring us a lot of joy.
Yes, for sure.
So, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, Isabella, you've been doing judo a really long time. You've had pups at home for a long time. Do you find, you mentioned being stressed and cuddling, that, when you're not at school and you're not an athlete, you come home just to be at home. Are they there to comfort you? Is that, does having a dog, is that important to you?
Yeah, for sure. Like all my life, my first dog was Coda. So all my life I've had Coda by my side, and yeah, being an athlete and being a student, like doing both at the same time, that's really tough. And oh yeah, here's Coda. He's a little.
Oh, look at his overbite.
Yeah. He's a little sweetie pie. He's my boy, my little boy. But yeah, so it's nice having dogs around, they're furry friends, I get to cuddle them when I'm stressed. Whenever I take naps, I always take naps with my puppers. So yeah, it's really, and petting them is always like a stress relief, I guess.
Awesome. I know we can definitely relate after a long day going home to the furry kids. And having them there to support us through anything. You, at one point, you worked with Jose and I at the Katy location. So not only an athlete and a student, but at some point in time, you managed to squeeze in actual employment into your life. Can you talk to us a little bit about that, your experience, and why maybe you chose camp when you were in high school to work there?
Oh, yeah, that was definitely a fun experience. I personally, I like to work and stuff. I like to do things, and it was nice doing something different from my schedule, like getting to actually work and do stuff, and being around dogs is a lot of fun. So I was really excited about that because, I got work experience, something that I don't really get to do. I don't really get to work much, being an athlete and a student. I can't, it's hard fitting all that in your schedule, but being able to, do some of that and work at Camp Bow Wow was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed myself. It was, getting to see dogs at your work is, I don't know, it's a lot of fun to do. So yeah.
We really, really enjoyed having you as part of our pack while you could.
Yeah, we did. We enjoyed having you with us. You were always a smiley face, so that's always nice.
Thank you.
So, and Isabella, you probably should know. I mean, you are quite the role model. I mean, and one of the reasons why we wanted to talk with you today is because, I know a little bit about your history. You've been involved in judo for quite a long time. So tell me a little bit first about how you got involved in judo.
Okay, well, I started judo when I was 2 years old, and that was because of my dad. My dad's done judo his whole life too, practically. He actually owns his own dojo, so it's quite convenient to like transition into judo just because I've had my dad like with his past. And so that's how I got into judo. And so I started that at a really young age, and I just continued that my whole entire life. Yeah.
Well, that's fantastic. Now I know, and one of the reasons why we're talking today is because we're very proud of Camp Bow Wow to be able to sponsor some of your endeavors. And I know, although it's been postponed, but I know you've got a big competition coming up at some point. We don't know exactly when in Colombia coming up. Tell me what is that? That's a really important competition, correct? I mean, what's that one all about?
Yeah. Okay. So for that competition, I had to qualify for that competition, and fortunately, I was able to qualify for it in Utah, which was a competition that we had in April actually. And so it's the junior Pan American Championships. Yeah, it's the junior Pan American Championships, which is supposed to be in Colombia. And yes, unfortunately, it got postponed. But I will definitely be competing in it eventually. But yeah, it's just a really important competition because it's for international points, which I really need to start gaining and stuff like that, especially having this whole year off. And yeah, and it's also what I've heard is it's to qualify for the Pan Am Games, which is another competition that's going to come up eventually. And yeah, that's just one of many that that I've qualified and need to qualify for. Yeah.
Now you just recently finished the competition where you did really well. Tell us a little about that competition.
Yes. So now we're starting to get back into competing and stuff like that. Sorry, my dogs are barking at the.
We are perfectly okay with that. That's what we do.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So about my competition. So now everything's getting back into, motion and stuff like that. And I had a competition in Utah, which was the Youth Nationals. And so I was able to fight in that. And that I got gold for the first time in many years. Sorry, my dog's like urging for the lawnmower guy. But here, I'll let her go. So yeah, I competed in Utah, which I got first in, which what was like the competition that I had to qualify for Colombia. And then I competed in Reno, Nevada, which was a couple weeks ago actually. And that competition, it wasn't a qualification competition, but it was a points competition to, get like first in the nation and stuff like that. For Utah, I actually got enough points to become first in the nation in my weight category.
Nice.
For the youth category. And then there's a senior category. So I'm able to compete in both youth and seniors. So for the senior category, I competed in, Reno, Nevada was a senior nationals competition. And I was able to compete in two categories in that competition. One was a senior category and one was a junior category, but it's like a special international junior category, if that makes sense. It's kind of complicated, a lot of categories here. So in the senior nationals was my first competition senior-wise. That was my first senior nationals in Reno, Nevada. And in that category, I got third place, which I was really proud of myself for because it's the first competition senior-wise in ever. And then in that junior category, I got first. So that helped with my points-wise. So yeah, that just the sum of it.
Yeah. Well, we are very, very proud of you, Isabella. I mean, and one of the reasons why we're very proud to be a part of this and be able to help sponsor you through these different activities. Isabella Garriga, she is a local resident of, parents live in Rosenberg, and she attends Texas A&M University. So we will continue to follow you and hope that you just continue on this winning path that you are on, because you're doing a fantastic job. And we appreciate
so much.
We appreciate your support as well.
Yes, thank you so much for all your support. I really appreciate it, especially knowing that I have people behind me for my next competitions to come. Like one example, we have another competition in North Carolina, which is to qualify for World Juniors. So I'm really excited for that. And thank you for all your support.
Fantastic.
Well,
Fantastic.
my head is spinning with all the points and the categories and everything. I don't know how you keep up. Isabella, I have one final question for you. With being a full-time athlete who's clearly traveling all across the nation and soon the country, I mean the world, and being a full-time student at A&M, how do you manage it all? Like, what is your key to staying focused? Because you're not a slacker by any means academically. Like you've got a giant like brain in that head of yours. How do you do it? Like, what's your secret?
Well, it's just, a lot of hard work and like passion. I really like, oh my gosh, Molly, it's a lot of work. I'm sorry, they're really loud. The gardener
that's what we do for a living. It's all good.
Yeah, all the barking all the time.
Yep.
It's a lot of work, it's definitely not easy. There's definitely a lot of thresholds that I need to overcome, but it's the support around me that really helps, knowing that people have my back, and just, getting in a good routine also. It's really important for me to be in a good routine because if I get off of it and such, it kind of it's hard because I just need sorry, I'm getting distracted.
Oh, you're okay.
It's being on a good routine helps, keep everything aligned. Being waking up at a certain time to work out and this and that, just making sure I don't miss things. I don't miss my workouts. I stay focused and schooling is all just keeping with everything. It helps with my scheduling and stuff like that, I guess.
Well, your discipline is exemplary, and that's why, like I mentioned earlier, I mean, you really are quite the role model. You should be very proud.
Thank you so much.
Yes, I've got 3 daughters, and I hope that, fingers crossed, that there is some amount of focus and passion in there somewhere that gets them on any track that you're on. It's amazing, and it's been amazing to watch you grow from, I think we met when you were in middle school. So it's been really phenomenal to see you just grow to this beautiful woman who has accomplished so many things already. And I look forward to continuing to watch all of these amazing things happen for you. Jose, do you have anything else you want to add?
No, other than we're very proud. We're very proud.
Thank you so much. I would say my parents are my biggest role models and my biggest support for all of this. So having them behind me and cheering me on has been a great blessing.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Well, Isabella, thank you so much for coming on today and chatting with us. Anyone that's watching, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow not only us, but Isabella and all her future accomplishments that she's about to make. Again, we are so very excited for you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, take care, everyone. And like Isabella is clearly showing us, be the person your dog thinks you are. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.